It's the first serve of the season for the Marshalltown Bobcat volleyball squad as they host an Iowa Lions conference battle with the Fort Dodge Dodgers right here on KFJB-TV. Welcome inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. I'm Brandon Lewis, joined by Tessa Mann here tonight. Looking forward to the season finally getting the first serve underway. I know you were excited last week. A little college volleyball got underway,
Yes.
Even though it was the Nebraska Cornhuskers you were telling me about. But anyway, it's always a great time of year when volleyball gets underway, and we're excited to have you along here tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to join.
When you were a player, what was the biggest nerve-wracking thing? The unknown, or what was it about the new volleyball season?
Absolutely. You don't know how you're going to stack up against everybody else, and you've worked so hard all summer long and all preseason.
Yeah.
So you just want to go out and make the best impression you can.
Well, Jen O'Neill is in her second year. As she kind of gets into that second year, she's got a whole new roster. I mean,
Yes,
she had 9 seniors a year ago. That's quite some adversity. How do you kind of coach up some of those young players stepping into a new role?
Yeah. I had a conversation with her earlier, and she just said the culture has been great. And so it's just doing that new mind frame that you got a new team and you got to understand what your identity is going into the season.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk to Jen O'Neill when we come back. This is Bobcat Volleyball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic, 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Welcome back into our countdown first serve right here on KFJB-TV. Jen O'Neill, head coach for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Second year, we asked you about that a little bit on Bobcat Live last week, but as you get tuned up for here tonight, I'm sure the nerves still going just like they were a year ago, right?
Of course. I'm always really nervous for the first match, especially our home opener in front of our crowd, and the girls are a little bit nervous too, but we'll work through it together. We'll be fine.
Yeah. A year ago, a tremendous match up there in Fort Dodge that you were able to pull out the victory on the road in the Iowa Lions Conference. You know, in that one, it kind of showed that grit and, tenacity. A lot of seniors on that squad a year ago. You lose, 9 from that squad a year ago. You look to kind of replace those players here tonight. How do you kind of challenge them to step up and show that same grit if you do find yourself down maybe 1-0 early?
Yeah, honestly, I think they have it within themselves. They challenge each other in practice every day. A lot of the girls that you'll see were on our JV squad last year too, and they were challenging our varsity in practice last year all the time. Mm-hmm. So they're used to that speed, they're used to that determination, and they have this level of, we really want to play together, we want to win for each other, and no matter what happens, we just want to walk into the gym as one team and out of the gym as one team. So I think, there isn't probably going to be much that I need to say in that area. They're kind of like me too. It's like we're home, first time, second day of school, hopefully we have a good crowd and we're ready to get out there and do it.
Yeah. Looking at, specifically, last year aces-wise, you lose about 80% of your aces from a year ago. How do you kind of replicate that thing? Because it seems like, once you get started serving and all that kind of stuff kind of sets the tone.
Yeah, and so we've been really focusing on serving in practice, and not necessarily serving aces, but serving really tough and strategically. Mm-hmm. We changed our serving system this year, and we've really been working on that in practice. If we get an ace out of it, that's great. But really it's challenging the other team's serve receive to have to move and not serving it right at anyone. And we have some tough servers. I mean, we have Lauren O'Neill is returning, and she was our second highest percentage of serving last year. Harper Wilson has a killer serve. Gianna, Morgan, Kinsley, Bella, really I have really good servers on our team. So I think it's just that gameplay of being strategic on where we're trying to put the ball and then being ready for it when it comes back over, or if it comes back over.
Yeah. You look at the Dodgers, your opponent here tonight, LJ Mail. She always stands out on the basketball floor, but also on the volleyball floor. She was a team leader for them. They bring back a pretty good, healthy mix of girls. What do you kind of know about the Dodgers you know you'll need to do well tonight?
Yeah, definitely LJ we've been keen on. When she gets the ball, we kind of hopefully know a little bit of her tendencies, so we're really going to work to put that block up, and we've really been working on defense. When she gets it past the block, which she will, is our defense in the position ready to take that ball. So we're ready for that. We've talked a lot about just covering. We've talked a lot about, it's everyone's ball, so everybody's moving, and yeah, I mean, we're as ready as we can be, and definitely we're excited to get out there.
Awesome. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is Jen O'Neill, head coach for the Marshalltown Bobcat volleyball squad. When we come back, we'll check out the starters for the Dodgers and the Bobcats right here on KFJB-TV.
Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at adletengraving24.com. That's adletengraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
I'm Bella Avis, and you're watching Bobcat Volleyball on KFJB-TV.
So you know exactly how long a minute is.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse here on KFJB-TV. Great to have you tuned in tonight. Let's get to tonight's starting lineups. We'll go over the Fort Dodge Dodgers first here tonight. Starting lineups all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver the starting lineups. All right, it'll be Sydney Carver, Melina Meyer, LJ Mail, Ellie Doster, Holly Schaefer, and Addison Fryseth. On the starting lineup for the Dodgers here tonight, Hope Allstott, number 1, not listed there. She'll be the libero tonight for head coach Beth Wilder. 9-22 a year ago for the Dodgers, 2-2 in the Iowa Alliance North as they are in 4A. And just a couple of years ago, they had a really good season, 20-14 back in the 2024 campaign. As they come into tonight, Tessa, we keep our eye on LJ Mail. We talked about it a little bit with head coach Jen O'Neill, but a year ago, 92 kills, 78 blocks. She stands at 6 foot, a middle hitter. Really an impressive player. We've seen her on the basketball floor and on the volleyball court. When you go against a player who can do a little bit of everything, how do you kind of counter that on the offensive side of things, especially when you know she can get up there and block?
Absolutely. They're going to have her eye on her all night. They're going to make sure that they have a double block up against her and try to not have her get a bunch of kills, especially right out of the gun.
All right, for the Marshalltown Bobcats here tonight, things will set up like this. Not pictured is Gianna Bounty, as she is the libero here tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats. It'll be the freshman Brooklyn Smith getting the start at 5'10", and she'll play middle hitter and right side. Kendall Brummel did not play at the varsity level a year ago, but she'll get the start here tonight. She is a junior at 5'6". Kinsley Bowie will start, senior outside hitter, 52 kills, 18 blocks, 4 aces. She's one of the returners that has the most experience from a year ago, did make 5 matches started and played in 30 matches a year ago. She's a senior for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Lauren O'Neill, 5 matches started a year ago. She's a junior this year, 2 kills, 2 blocks, and 17 aces. Bella Avis, just 1 match played a year ago. She picked up a kill and 4 aces for the junior. And number 20, Harper Wilson, 4 matches played a year ago. She did have a kill on the year as senior there for the Marshalltown Bobcats. All right, so new crew. Everybody has played maybe at the JV level, but now you're stepping up to the varsity level, getting some very meaningful minutes. You've got all the way from freshman to senior. How do you make sure that everybody's good at communicating? Because that's going to be a huge piece tonight, right?
Absolutely. It'll be on the seniors and then Lauren, too, who had some experience last year, just to bring the team together and make sure that those underclassmen feel comfortable out on the court.
The red and blue getting warmed up, as well as the black and red of the Fort Dodge Dodgers, as we are running behind here tonight inside the Roundhouse. When we come back, we'll update you on our keys to the game. That is our Sandvik starting lineups. This is Bobcat Volleyball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at adletengraving24.com. That's adletengraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom. And she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
I'm Gianna Downey, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Back inside the Roundhouse on a Iowa Lions Conference Tuesday nights as we get the season first serve here coming up in a matter of moments. Now time for today's Keys to the Game, all sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Tessa, the Bobcats here tonight.
Yeah. So I think one key for a Bobcat victory tonight will be their strong serve receive. And so it's something that they've kind of been lacking in practice these last couple weeks. So if they can stick a strong serve receive on that first contact, then they'll be able to allow their offense to get into system. They are anticipated to run a quick offense, and they need that first pass to be able to run an offense.
All right, so the Dodgers here tonight, they're key.
Yeah, we talked about LJ. She is returning. I think she was a sophomore last year. She's going to be their middle attacker that they need to have a strong performance from. So if they can get her going in the middle and get her off right away, then they could establish a good start to the match.
That is our Keys to the Game, all presented by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. When we come back, we'll check out the scoreboard, get you an update about what else is going on around the Iowa Lions Conference.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social. And that's just on the inside. Step outside and enjoy patio life at Gutter Point with drinks, shuffleboard, live music, and fun atmosphere. Follow Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to plan your next visit to the place for fun.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Marshalltown Roundhouse right here on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis, Tessa Mann alongside. Let's get a scoreboard update tonight. All brought to you by Central State Bank. And as we look around, Nevada, the Cubs are taking on Southeast Polk. That one is at Southeast Polk High School here tonight. If we get any finals, we'll let you know. But final here today, Southeast Polk did take down Nevada 2-0 as they are hosting, I believe, a triangular here this evening. Pleasant Valley takes on Davenport Central. Pleasant Valley, one of the top teams in Class 5A. Also tonight, Iowa City High taking on Waterloo West. It's Iowa City West and Dubuque Senior. Also Linn-Mar and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. As part of that triangular, Southeast Polk is taking on Winterset tonight as well. In the Iowa Lions Conference, it's Des Moines East taking on Ottumwa. Roosevelt battles Des Moines North, Waterloo East, and Ames. And we'll keep our eye on Dowling Catholic and Norwalk as 5A meets 4A there in a battle of a couple of ranked teams. That is our scoreboard update. All brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. We'll step aside another break as we've got a busy night here at the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Coming up, it is the Dodgers and the Bobcats right here on KFJB-TV.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown, and they are proud to support Marshalltown Bobcat Athletics. If you want to kick off football season in a new recliner, pass the bread at a beautiful new dining set, or lay up on a luxurious sectional sofa, McGregor's is the right play. Score the mattress of your dreams with an assist from their friendly and knowledgeable staff. You'll be the household MVP when you bring home the winning selections at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown. Open 7 days a week.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Back inside the Roundhouse as the season tip-off just right around the corner as Dodgers and Bobcats do battle tonight. Well, Tessa, Mann, joining me this year. I'm so happy that you've joined us. Give me a little bit more of that volleyball insight. I used to work at North Alabama, and, I called volleyball at the collegiate level for a year, and then, I've called it at the high school level, and I just really appreciate the game. It's fun. It's fast-paced. There's still things I don't know, though, that you're going to have to educate me. And so that's where you come in.
Absolutely.
And one thing that I've kind of learned over my years of calling volleyball is one of the important pieces, and I think it kind of gets overlooked when you're watching a volleyball game, but it is the substitution and the playing of matchups out there on the court. Mm-hmm. When you're bringing in either your libero or maybe you want to rotate somebody. Tell me a little bit about the terminology or maybe what kind of goes into that game planning, matching what maybe they do. Maybe LJ Mayo goes out for Fort Dodge and then she comes back in. How are you kind of game planning all those substitutions that go on?
Yeah, it's definitely a strategic game, and it's different than any other sport because you can't sub. If you see them sub, you don't sub. Because you have a set rotation and you're going to continue to have that rotation. So sometimes they can guess back and forth on if LJ might start in the front row, then they want to match up a blocker to her. So maybe they'll back the rotation up a couple times. But most of the time you have a set rotation that you go in, and that's what you're going to stick with for the match. Okay.
So when it comes to, that portion of it, of having your set rotation, does that ever change in the game, or is that something that you usually just, like you kind of mentioned, you have it for the night and you're going to stick with it, and then maybe the next game you make those changes?
Yeah. Usually a coach will stick with it. If a player is maybe having a off game, you could substitute a hitter. Mm-hmm. But most of the time, you're going to have your middle follow your setter, and those two are going to work together throughout the whole match. You're going to usually have a DS come in for the same hitter every time. You're going to have your libero serve for the same middle. And so most of the time it's consistent match over match.
All right, so you played at Central. You were a 2-year captain. You're part of the Dutch. You know what they say.
If you ain't Dutch, you ain't much.
You read my mind. What was that like playing down there? You went to West Delaware, and then you went down to Pella to play. So what was that experience like for you in your career, and then obviously in your professional career?
Yeah, it was great. My sister had gone to Central, and so kind of followed her down there. Had a great relationship with the head coach, Kent Clayberg, down there. So met some of the best friends ever. D3 sports are pretty special. They're not D1. You're not getting paid to play, but you're still
it's for the love of the game.
It is, and you're meeting your best friends, and it was a great experience.
Well, when I was at North Alabama, Division II, but still kind of the same thing. You may be getting a $2,000 scholarship or something, you're not getting a ton, but seeing that level of competition is impressive. Anytime you're whittling down, go from high school to college, and then the upper college and the D1 schools, it's just impressive to see the talent level. And we've got a lot of really good talent here in Central Iowa. A couple of years ago, we went to Waukee, and it seemed like every lady on their team was going somewhere to play. Yeah. This is a good stomping ground. I know Nebraska is always very competitive and does a lot of really great things. So, I guess in your mind, where do you think Iowa's kind of a really good spot for volleyball?
Absolutely. The Midwest in general. When you think about the Big Ten and all of those teams, I mean, they're impressive all right here in the Midwest.
Yeah. Last year, was it West? It was somewhere over by West Delaware. I don't know where it was. They actually did an outside volleyball match.
Yep, that was at West Delaware.
That was? Okay.
And they did West Delaware Mount Vernon, which both very ranked teams.
Yeah.
It was a really cool experience.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures and some video from that a year ago. We need to get that. That's what I said to a lady coming in tonight. I said, what a great night to be indoors. We should be having this out on Littercole Field.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be a great way to start that. And that was kind of copied from Nebraska. They sold out their Lincoln Memorial Stadium, and I don't remember who they played, but they killed them that night. I think it was a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember who they played, but I remember the match for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just kind of a cool, unique experience. All right, so you're not a Nebraska fan, though, right?
Okay, but if you are a fan of volleyball, you have to be a fan of Nebraska volleyball.
Yeah.
But no, I am not a Nebraska fan.
That's good. They took on Pittsburgh. Who won?
Nebraska won.
Okay.
Yep.
They were at home, though, weren't they?
There was a neutral site, but it was in Nebraska.
All right.
Yeah, it was some really good volleyball to kick off the season.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Who do you like then? Are you a Hawkeye fan then, or?
Unfortunately, I was down a little bit, so they're harder to cheer for.
I think Iowa State's down a little bit too, right, Dave?
Yes.
He's just shaking his head at me.
Honestly, it's fun to follow Creighton. They're in Omaha. They're impressive for a little bit of a smaller school.
I remember watching a few Big East matches last year, and there is some definitely really good volleyball. All right, well, we have done our best to try to fill the time because it is a slow-moving night here. They had all the levels playing earlier tonight. They had, I believe, JV1 and JV2 going, so a big night of volleyball here between Fort Dodge and Marshalltown. We will get the season underway when we come back. We'll be right back after this. This is your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, we take care of you like family. We're all about personal service, going above and beyond for our members. Whether it's home, auto, or other financial services, we're here for you. Take advantage of our always low interest rates or exclusive perks being a member can bring. Unlike others within personal services, at Lennox Employees Credit Union, we're all about that personal service. We find great joy meeting with our members to discuss their financial needs or big dreams. It's easy to become a member. Stop in today. Lennox Employees Credit Union, a family place.
YMCC, competitive athletics, affordable tuition, on-campus living, online courses plus 2 campus locations, unique programs, career training, small classes, short-term hands-on training. Choose MCC.
I'm Lauren O'Neill, and you're watching Bobcat Volleyball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back inside the Roundhouse. Finally, the buzzer has sounded. It is just about ready to time to get going in our match here tonight between the Marshalltown Bobcats and the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Dodgers a year ago, 9-22. Bobcats went 14-22, 5-1 in the Iowa Alliance Conference North. And most wins since 2019, a year ago, with that senior-laden team. Jen O'Neill, head coach, in her second year. As the starting lineup's being announced, it's been a while since we did ours, so we'll take a listen in here tonight.
the Dodgers and our own Marshalltown Bobcats. For the Dodgers, senior number 2, Joanna Moore.
National anthem wrapping up inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, and it looks like we are just about ready to get going here for the Dodgers and the Bobcats. And, of course, starting lineups being announced right there. And Always nice that we get some of the non-starters a little recognition to begin the season as well, right?
For sure.
Because especially for some teams, those non-starters can be huge in getting the starters ready for a match day, right?
Absolutely. Your role on the bench is equally as important. You have to be calling in and out to your players. You have to be calling line angle. You have to give them the tools to be successful on the court.
Well, as Jen O'Neill gets set for her second year, she'll send the Bobcats out to the floor. And again tonight, Brooklyn Smith, Kendall Brummel, as well as Kinsley Bowie, Lauren O'Neill, Bella Avis, Harper Wilson, and the libero tonight is Gianna Bounty.
Neat to see all three seniors starting tonight.
Bobcats in their blue tops, red bottoms here tonight. The all black for the Dodgers. As our official on the floor checking over the lineups, making sure everything is good to go. And Butch reminds everybody you cannot sit in the front row, Tessa. I don't know. I've been to so many games. I don't know why people haven't learned that yet.
We'll have to see how many people he can call out tonight.
I like it. All right. We got to have a tracker up in the corner for that as well.
Yes.
Dodgers lineup will get checked out as well. It's Carver, Meyer, Mayle, Doster, Schaefer, Frieseth, as well as Hope Allstott. She is the libero. She'll check in as Melina Meyer will check out. So we are good to go. And it will be first serve here tonight for the Dodgers.
So as we talked about the rotation, LJ is going to be in the front left, so she's going to get her first 3 rotations in the front row.
Avis up to the front line. O'Neill sets it up on the outside. Charging in. It was Bowie. Third is over by Bowie. O'Neill sets it up. A little push and a point. Good job in the front row. Move it up there, as that's the freshman making the play in Brooklyn Smith.
Yes, great quick tempo set to get her going.
The Bobcats grab the lead as Wilson will serve.
Harper's got a great float serve.
Oh, a good dive. And that back line, Bella Avis getting to it. Pushed over. Bowie tried to float that one on the near side. Oh, a missed touch off the left hand of Frieseth, and it's 2-0 Bobcats as we look at our replay, all brought to you by Tyler Prashonk, State Farm, mtownproud.com. And that will be just out on the back line, so a serve to come for the Dodgers.
And sometimes that float serve can be tricky and float right out the back of the end line.
Carver to serve. O'Neill sets up backside, but nobody home. Maybe a little bit of a missed touch right there. Yeah, she got the feed from Bounty.
Yeah, still working through communication. She was supposed to come around on a slide, according to Lauren, but she came in the middle. So things that will get worked out in the first match here.
And it was Melina Meyer actually serving, so her second serve. Over to Bowie. Boy, it really powers that one past Meyer to pick up the point. We're locked in at 2. 3-2 now.
Great swing by Kinsley. She's going to be their go-to on the outside, especially for a lot of the out-of-system sets.
I would think timing is the key, right?
Yes.
Bowie to serve. And that one into the nets. And that will be for the Dodgers, 3-3. Seeing LJ Mayle substituting out. Hope Allstott, the libero now with the serve. Lauren O'Neill sets it up. Outside by Avis. Smith with a pushover right there. Third. And just off the right hand, a little bit underneath of it, as Brooklyn Smith will give the Dodgers a 4-3 lead, as Hope Allstott will go back to serve again. Morgan Hildebrand has checked in, and a good play. She looked like she was going to set it up, but just a little push right there by Lauren O'Neill.
Yep, Jen talked about how we want her to be aggressive, so when she's in the front row, I think we'll see a lot of dumping from her.
Serve underway. Set up backside, and a good dive by Smith. Butts. 2 contacts, and that will be a point for the Dodgers, 5-4.
Great defense by the middle hitter. She's going to serve and then play defense for one rotation before the libero comes in. So that was a great defensive player by a middle.
Nichols checks in for Doster for the Dodgers. And the serve away by Frieseth. Misplay by Hildebrand, but a good recovery for the Bobcats by Bella Avis. Good dig out right there by Bowie. And not able to get to it as Nichols. Point for the Bobcats. Locked back up at 5.
Great tip by Bella. We have a big block in number 18 on the right side, so she's going to have to be creative to get around that block.
You can't teach 6'1" out there on the floor, can you?
No, you can't. That's just a gift.
Lauren O'Neill with the serve for the Bobcats. And coming around, too strong. Meyer, point for the Bobcats, 6-5. O'Neill's second serve.
Good dig.
Oh, just out on that back line. I thought the Bobcats found themselves, but you mentioned it. A great dig by the libero and Bounty, and almost paid off for the Bobcats. It's locked up at 6 now, and the serve is out.
Bobcats are running a 5-1, and Lauren just went to the back row, so now we get another hitter and Harper Wilson on the right side. So we got 3 strong attackers in the front row.
Bella Avis to serve. There they go to Nichols, and hammers it too hard. Bobcats, I believe, with their biggest lead now by 2. And Avis, another serve. Up by Bounty, Harper Wilson. Just a little bit too on top of that.
That's a tough angle coming there.
Yeah.
Setter took first ball, so Gianna stepped in as a libero to take the second one, but it was a little bit farther behind Harper.
Lita Meyer to serve. From the middle, Bounty taking that one from O'Neill. Oh, good smack by Wilson, trying to quickly play it over. They'll recover with Nichols on the third by the Dodgers. Backside to Wilson, hammers it home. And there you go. There's that big kill you like to see.
Yeah, it's great free ball play. Quick tempo to the right side. Harper with the kill. And a big smile on her face as well.
Taking a look at that Tyler Prashunk State Farm replay. Yeah, she definitely got all of that one. Bounty with the serve. Tipped over the net. I think it might hit the near side antenna, I believe. So it is out. So at a point for the Bobcats, 10-7. Bounty, that left-handed serve. Tipped and will fall in for the Dodgers. Is it different receiving from somebody like Gianna Bounty who's left-handed? Is there a little bit of a different spin on it?
It just kind of depends if you have a top spin serve or a float serve. I don't know necessarily right hand or left hand, not like a pitcher in baseball.
Yeah. Yep.
But she's got a very nice float serve, so those are hard to receive.
O'Neal sets it up for Bowie, and just out.
Great transition and swing by Kinsley. She just missed that one long.
So you know some of these ladies, of course, in your coaching past. Is it kind of fun to see how far their game has come since maybe you were talking to them as freshmen or even maybe in middle school?
Absolutely. I had the juniors and seniors as freshmen.
And not able to get the third over is Bowie with the touch right there. A point to the Dodgers, and they've worked themselves back into this one with a 3-0 run. They're tied at 10. Downey with the dig, set up by O'Neal to Bowie. It was tipped up front, and it will fall in for a Bobcat point.
Great swing, split the blockers, and got the kill.
This has been a fun start to the first set here tonight.
It has. There's been some good rallies.
Wilson. Targets that back line. Downey dig it out. O'Neal bumps it near side to Bowie. A good dig by Ulstadt there for the Dodgers. Up to the front line, O'Neal will just play it over. And that will find the Bermuda Triangle right there, just past the reaching arms of Bella Avis, but Dodgers pick up a point back, so we're back at 11 apiece.
Fort Dodge is struggling a little bit with their free ball passes and has not gotten their middle involved at all.
And as you mentioned that, we see Harper Wilson check out as Morgan Hildebrand back into the match. Good recovery by the Dodgers. Now to Bowie. Oh, just a touch strong, trying to find that back near side corner.
Lauren needs to maybe push Kinsley out just a little bit further to that pin so she can grab that line.
Jen O'Neal and the coaching staff are out checking on the floor. It looked like maybe.
Yeah.
Somebody spilled their Gatorade or. So those little things, they, come with the job of being the assistant coaches.
Yep, and all the things you can point out as a player.
Bowie, and that one tipped, but will fall in for a Bobcat point.
Nice roll shot there. She went up and over that block, disguised it so that the defense couldn't see it coming.
Bowie now to serve. Stott digs it out. Dodgers scrambling. O'Neal sets it up, this time for Avis into the net. Dodger point. Well, ball stop will go back to serve. We talked so much about LJ Mail, but I don't think we've really mentioned her so far.
No, she has not. I don't think she's had an attack yet.
Hildebrand off the side. And third, a little miscommunication to the back line. It will be a Dodger point. 14-12.
And that's going to be that communication with an underclassman. You just got to kind of take control over there and give her the confidence to get that ball over.
All-star serve. Avis charging. Oh, falling in. Looked like the Dodgers maybe were going to try to save it for a third hit, but couldn't quite get to it in time. Take a look at our replay from Tyler Pashong State Farm as Bella Avis getting that last point for the Bobcats.
Looks like the ball went on the outside of the antenna.
And that was on the push right there at the very end, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, the line judge in the far corner waved his flag indicating it was out.
Brooklyn Smith, the freshman, to serve. And a touch strong. Point for the Dodgers. So Grace Nichols back in. Standing at 6'1" as she replaces Ellie Doster. And the Dodgers serve is underway from Freeseth. O'Neal on the third, plays it over. Oh, good quick play by O'Neal. She's fired up after that one.
That's always fun as a setter. You're not the one that usually gets to hit, so when you get a kill, it's worth celebrating.
Yeah, for sure. O'Neal will go back to serve for the Bobcats. And that one just a touch too strong. As in that front line, it would have taken Brummel into the netting probably if she would have tried to play that. So it'll be a Dodger point.
Yep, as a middle, you get turned around pretty quick up there.
O'Neal sets it up for Wilson and return to sender right there. That was a pretty good block up there. They had a two-person block. I'm not quite sure if it got into the net at first, but it was close. That will fall in, and the Bobcats will pick up the point off the Schaefer serve.
Bobcats have done a great job of mixing up off speed and hard hits to get those kills.
Tough play right there for the Bobcats.
Yep, Kinsley kind of got stuck not knowing if she wanted to block or play off blocker defense and got stuck with that one.
A lot of reading and reacting very quickly.
Absolutely. To make sure that you are stopped on defense as soon as the hitter is touching the ball. Otherwise, you're dead in the water.
Yeah. And that one will be off to the side. And a point for the Bobcats. You know, I was thinking, like in all sports, obviously, you know, you go from offense to defense, but volleyball is one of those sports where you quickly go from, I mean, it might be the fastest sport that you have to transition your mindset to, I'm going to try to block now, I got to get set back up for an offensive piece.
Absolutely, and that's what makes it so much fun. It's such a fast-paced game. And as a volleyball player, you have to be good at every aspect to be able to be effective.
Donna Bounty serving and a touch strong. Point for the Dodgers. So 19-17 here. I always feel like first to get to 20, you kind of have that momentum to finish out that set. So it's kind of always key right here. Would you agree?
Absolutely, yeah.
And that will fall in for the freshman Smith. She's looked pretty good tonight.
She has. She's had some good quicks in the middle there. Another off speed that falls.
Harper Wilson, the senior, will serve. Dug out by Allstott. Good dig by Wilson. Set up. Oh! Dodgers recover, and the third is over. Bounty back towards the middle. O'Neal sets it up for Bowie. Tipped. And I couldn't quite see. It is going to be a Bobcat point. I'm not sure.
I don't know how that fell.
Yeah. Wow. Bobcat points.
Great middle run by Brooklyn Smith. That was the first time that we saw a good aggressive swing from her. Looked great.
So the official's going to have a discussion with Beth Wilder. And we're locked up at 19 now. And the serve way too strong to the back line. A point for the Dodgers.
it's been a lot of emphasis on serving and being aggressive, but at this point they need to make sure that they keep it into the court as well.
Yeah. Morgan Hildebrand checks back into our match. Lena Meyer, 8 aces a year ago in a little bit of limited action with the serve. Actually, that was Sydney Carver, excuse me. And misplayed by the Dodgers. Point Bobcats. It's back at 20. Bowie, 4 aces a year ago for the Bobcats. Will serve, played in 30 matches.
Another free ball opportunity.
Backside set up for Smith. It's the net. Does roll over. Got a hand under it. Dodgers are celebrating, and it's out. There was a kind of a play on there. Dodgers had thought that hit the floor.
And I think it did.
I think, yeah. So Dodger lead 21-20 in our first set. All stuck. Davis pokes it over. And that 2 contacts will get called, just kind of a little bit. You can see just a little bit of a, I mean, you can't palm the ball, obviously, but it just looks like you kind of, when you're trying to push it over.
Yeah, and especially with the balls that have multicolors, you can really see that spin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very easy for the ref to see if it's a double hit.
So a strong serve gets the Dodgers 1-point advantage.
Look for Lauren to be aggressive here if it's a good tight pass.
Well, that's a tough play for Hildebrand.
It's a tough serve.
23-21 now. Addison Freeseth, just a sophomore with her second serve. Jump serve away. O'Neal sets it up for Bounty and Strong, 24-21. And the set point. Strong, they'll let it ride out. And some life for the Bobcats.
Good communication there on the back end.
It's always a tough call, you know, trying to figure out how far that back line is there.
Absolutely, and when it's floating, coming on you fast, it's a hard decision.
O'Neal's serve. Targets the back line. And that one will be into the net off of the hands of Nichols.
Fort Dodge's setter is pushed to the other side of the setting spot, and their right side is over on the outside, so a little bit different lineup over there.
Oh, what a heads-up play by the freshman in Smith. She read it before the Dodgers could. And now it's a back-and-forth match here in our first set, which it's been, and we'll see a timeout called by Beth Wilder. We've got a good first set in the Iowa Lions Conference on KFJB-TV. Welcome back to the Roundhouse. We're in the first set, 24-24. So have to win by 2 points advantage to win the set here. This serve right here has got to be kind of the main starter to it, right?
Absolutely. The golden rule is never miss a serve on the first point of the game or after a timeout.
And that one will just fall in for the Dodgers, so 25-24.
kind of an unfortunate mishit there.
Yeah.
Now they got to stick a serve receive pass here and get a good first attack.
Floats out one over. Strong. Well, that's been the theme of this first set. Back and forth and back and forth. We've had numerous lead changes.
I'm curious how many missed serves there's been, too, because there's been a lot.
First match jitters.
Yep, and a big atmosphere in the roundhouse.
O'Neal swiping at that one. Third by Bowie is poked over. Dodgers had to flail for it. Ooh, strong hit, but a good dig by O'Neal. Now Wilson.
Great second ball by Gianna.
Tipped up at the front line on the combo block. And misplay by Bowie and a point for the Dodgers.
Announcer jinx. I said it was a good second ball on their one, but that one was a little tight because we couldn't do much with it.
Back to serve is Melina Meyer, the senior. And this will be their set point here, 26-25. And it's out again, and here we go. We keep going back and forth. Gianna Bounty to serve. LJ Mail. Haven't called her name a ton here tonight. Here's Bowie, and just out.
Aggressive swing trying to get past that big right side block, but just went a little far line.
Ellie Doster will now serve for the Dodgers. Lead by 1. Bumped up to O'Neal. Bowie. LJ Mail, and off the hands, trying to go for the dig. O'Neal, and it will be a Dodger victory in set number 1. 28-26 is the final in the first set. Big back and forth. I'm sure it's a key for the Dodgers, though, to get that first set, especially on the roundhouse, like you mentioned, a great environment here tonight.
Absolutely, and we talked how we didn't call LJ's name very often, but she ended the match or ended the game there. So that was big for the Dodgers to see her come through and get a kill.
28-26. Second set is coming up. This is Bobcat Volleyball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic, 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at AdletEngraving24.com. That's AdletEngraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom. And she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
I'm Harper Wilson, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
1-0 is the lead for the Dodgers after our first set, 28-26. A real good back-and-forth contest. Let's get a scoreboard update tonight. All brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you with locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. Tonight, Dubuque Hempstead took down Cedar Rapids, Washington 3-0 at the final there. Also, Iowa City West tops Dubuque Senior 3-0. Southeast Polk took down Nevada in a triangular earlier today, 2-0. As in the Iowa Lions Conference, still no action, but Waterloo East and Ames match up, Des Moines Roosevelt and Des Moines North, as well as Des Moines East and Ottumwa in the Iowa Lions Conference here tonight. So 28-26, the final in that first set. You head to the second set. Not going to change probably a ton here in this first match of the season. You did have to like how they really battled back and forth, both teams, but the Bobcats just kind of found a way. They might be down 1 or 2 points, but found a way to work back in and get it tied, give themselves a chance to win this first one.
Absolutely. It's good to see them respond, especially when they're down set point a couple times. You can still see there's improvement for some communication out there. It seems a little quiet at times, but overall, good first showing for the first set of the season.
Yeah. Although with this crowd here tonight, a good student section, it's been hard to hear if they are communicating down there, right?
True. Supposedly it's Adam Sandler night tonight.
Oh, okay.
So
all
that's
right.
for some of the interesting outfits over there.
Wow, we got the whole gamut over there, that's for sure. It makes sense, though. I just thought everybody was being terrible dressers. No, just Adam Sandler.
Maybe that's the new high school trends that we don't know about.
Have you seen the new one? The new movie? Happy Gilmore? Did you like it?
A lot of people said they didn't. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was great. The one Eminem scene I could have done without there where he gets in the alligator fight, but other than that, it's like, what else do you expect from an Adam Sandler movie, you know?
My only regret is I wish I would have watched the first one leading up to the second one again.
Yeah, I can see your point there. That is for sure. But I loved all the callbacks to the first movie. All right, here we go. Set number 2 as Gianna Bounty will serve to get started. And a misplay by the Dodgers. And the Bobcats will have a 1-0 lead. And Gianna Bounty back for her second serve. That's a good response. And the serve will just tip the net and get over for the point. 2-0 Bobcats. Bumped up by Nichols to the front line. Mail swats it over. Over to Bowie. Had to kind of settle in and read it. And they just find a good spot over that front line. Poking it over is Carver for the point for the Dodgers.
Yeah, kind of another mishit, which is impossible to read. Kinsley, as that off blocker, has to be very active, ready to run through any of those balls.
Doster to serve for the Dodgers. A dive by Bella Avis, but not able to get there in time. 2-2 apiece.
Yeah, you can see right in the middle of the court there's a big opening, and they took advantage of that with a short serve.
Doster with the right-handed serve, floats it over. O'Neal backside to Wilson. Yeah, that will fall in for a Bobcat point. That was kind of a tough play because the libero nearly running into Ellie Doster. It's a small court out there, you know.
6 people is a lot to fill that court. Nice float serve by Harper, another off system.
Dive and a save by Wilson. O'Neal. Bowie pokes it over, touches the net, and falls in for the Bobcat points. 4-2.
They're using advantage of that net today.
Taking a look at the replay there on KFJB-TV. Just falling in for the points. Looks to Tyler Prashant, State Farm. And Wilson serve into the nets. I think that's a couple times for her tonight. It's this first game just trying to feel that flow, right? It's much different than in practice and then going out and executing in the game, I'm sure.
Yeah, then you have the court the different way. So when they're practicing with different courts, different nets.
Gotcha. Kind of like the batter's eye in baseball a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know, you've got that different look. That will fall in for a Bobcat point. 5-3. As Bowie will go back to serve now. Did you like to be set when you served, or were you a jump serve? Or
jump served in college, a jump float serve.
And into the nets. As that off the hand of Friesen.
And that's more common these days. The float serve are harder to receive, and so you'll see a lot of the players doing a float.
They wobble a little bit more, kind of like a knuckleball or something a little bit?
Yep, like a knuckleball. It comes right on you quicker. Kind of hard to judge.
The back line, Bowie saves it. O'Neal now bumps it up. Avis tried to poke it over.
Nice, smart play.
And wow, that was a great play. As a good job by Gianna Bounty. She just kind of read that defense had really moved up towards the front.
Yep, zone 1 was completely open, and she pushed it back there for the point.
Mayo loading up and defeats the block.
Good, strong block up there, though. Lauren needs to come in and close that block, and that would have been a recorded block.
Allstott to serve. Hildebrand up to O'Neal, now to Avis. And that is a good block right there. Is coming up with it is Schaefer and gets the Dodgers a point.
The block's kind of coming alive in set 2. We didn't talk much about it in set 1.
No, we did not.
But there's been a couple.
And Allstott's serve is out. 8-5. And a substitution. Okay, I was going to say, Claire was on our roster, but she did not have a number. Now we see Claire Bonzer, number 13 for the Bobcats, into our match. A really good soccer player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, looks like she is serving for the middle. So she's going to sub in, serve, and then she's going to sub back out, and then the middle is going to go out for Gianna. So our libero can only serve for one middle. And so this is a way around having both middles, or having a middle serve.
Almost a formality then.
Yeah. It seems crazy, the rotation that works there, but that's how they do it.
Serve off the mark for Sydney Carver. So Bobcat point, 9-6, as O'Neal will go back to serve. Oh, wow. Left-handed swap by Nichols. It's saved by Bowie, but can't quite get it over, and it'll be a Dodger points. A little bit hard on the touch right there. That's a tough one because it was coming very hard at her.
Absolutely. It's hard, especially when Lauren's in the back row and she's releasing to the net. That's a hard angle to get.
Holly Schaefer serves. Wilson. Downey. Set up there for Bowie. Good dig by Bounty in the back line. Set up front line, and that is a good play by Brummel.
That's a perfect transition from defense to offense. You had a great dig into a quick set.
Take a look at the replay here as Bobcat picked up that point. Bella Avis to serve. That's been the name of the game for the Dodgers a lot. They just kind of that slight tip just to where nobody's at.
Yep. And that's one that Lauren can easily pick up. She's just got to have her feet stopped and moving forward. But that's a dig she can get.
Meyer to serve. O'Neal scrambles. Brummel tried to get it late, but could not. Yeah, the Dodgers with a point, 10-9. Meyer to serve. Bowie touches the hands of Nichols. A point for the Bobcats.
Nice use there.
And that's one where she had to adjust on the fly there, too, because she was probably thinking of charging the net, but then the pass was a little further back than she probably wanted. So.
Yep. Oh, that's called an out-of-system set and hit, and she's had a lot of those tonight that she's had to adjust to.
O'Neill sets it up backside for Wilson. Allstott, third, and that won't get over. 12-9 Bobcats.
Wilson's been strong on that right side, getting some good attacks.
Bowdy to serve. Well, line drives that one over. And Bowie picks up the point for the Bobcats.
That's a hard area to defend. Sometimes you call it the campfire, just the place right in the middle of the court.
Mm-hmm. The campfire, I like that. I usually use kind of the Bermuda Triangle, but
yeah, that's right. You did say that earlier.
I like campfire. I might have to steal that one.
I like the Bermuda Triangle. I've never heard of that one.
I was a big fan of learning about the Bermuda Triangle when I was growing up, you know. I was worried that I might end up there someday, but it hasn't happened yet. Cats with a 13-9 lead. As a bump up to O'Neill, set up. Good swap by Smith. Davis digs it out, up to O'Neill. And now to Wilson, kind of leaning over, gets it over. Another good dig by Bowdy. Wilson! Near the back line, finds the points.
Nice line shot. That is a very hard angle from a right side to come in and paint that line, and she did a great job.
14-9, Cats with the lead, and a timeout by the Dodgers by head coach Beth Wilder. This is Bobcat Volleyball. You're watching KFJB-TV. Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, I'm Brandon Lewis. Great to have you along tonight. Tessa Mann alongside me. All right, so it's one of the great plays there as Bowdy found the point there in this second set. Bobcats looked good in the first set, really went back and forth, but they've kind of held the momentum in this second set. They started off strong and really have had just a nice second set to get, really comfortable here tonight.
Yeah, they've cleaned up a lot of things, especially the serving.
Good dive. O'Neill's third is over. Davis dives and digs it out. Set up for Bowie. Tipped by the Dodgers. Third is over, but it might have been a little bit strong. But oh, how about the freshman and Smith? What a great play. It looked like Nichols was going to potentially earn the point for the Dodgers, but Smith changed it in a moment.
That was a great play. Followed the ball right back over her shoulder and blocked her, especially when, what did we say, she's 6'1" on the other side of that net?
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough play right there.
Yeah, that's hard to answer after a good play, kind of a momentum shifter.
A couple of serves ago, I believe on a return, we saw the Bobcats with a couple charge the net. We haven't seen a ton of kind of that deke play that you have two charging the net, and who does the setup go to?
Yeah, agreed.
Wilson. Oh wow, Dodgers keep it alive, and that's too strong by Bowie, but. Are those things that you kind of add throughout the season? Is that things where you get the play calls a little bit more comfortable and that kind of thing as far as your offensive set pieces?
Absolutely. As you're playing alongside one another, you speak the same language as the season goes on.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there was a late touch on that one, so ball goes back to the Bobcats.
All right. Wilson with a heck of a dig.
For not being a back row player, Harper has done awesome back there.
And the Dodgers into the net give the Bobcats a point, 17-10 now.
Back right is a hard position to play because you're dealing with a lot of the tips and the off speed, and she has picked up every single one of them, along with a strong hard serve.
And I believe LJ Mail made contact with the nets, so a point for the Bobcats.
Oh, I think it was on our side.
Oh, it was on our side. Okay.
I think maybe Bella was in the net.
Carter to serve, so the point does go to the Dodgers, 17-11. Bowie catches Meyer off guard. A heater.
Another great example of an off-tempo set that she controlled and put away. She's been doing great on the outside with those sets.
Bowie serves. And the block up front falls in for the Dodger point. So you talk about those offset plays. Does that normally happen a lot, or is it when the other team is kind of forcing the issue and things maybe don't set up the way you expect them to?
Yeah, most of the time it's because of your serve receive. If it's not, nice hit.
And just as we're talking about that, Brooklyn Smith with a huge play.
But yeah, most of the time if you don't have a good first pass on a serve receive or a defensive play that it's not right at the setter, then it's going to be high outside sets that the outside has to deal with.
Looking at the replay there as Brooklyn Smith hammers it home for the points.
Beautiful kill.
Claire Bonser back into our match to serve. And she really drove that serve over, and Dodgers with a misplay.
She's done her job as a server.
Bowie up to O'Neill. And nobody home. Their backside as Hildebrand was late charging to it.
Another miscommunication there. I think number 6 needed to go around on a slide. So Lauren needs to get on the same page as her hitters here.
Bonser will check out, but as we mentioned, good serve in there. I noticed how she was getting up to serve. She was really smacking that ball. She hammered some goals home this year as well, too. So I think she's got that a little extra aggressiveness out there for Jen.
I like it. Great pass.
Tipped into the nets. Hildebrand up to O'Neill. Bowie was touched in the front line. It will fall in for a point for the Bobcats, 21-13.
That was something that was missing the first set, too. We didn't see a lot of back row attacks, but getting Kinsley involved, whether she's in the front row or back row, has been beneficial.
Outside to Avis, blocked. O'Neill up to Wilson and blocked again. And we've seen Holly Schaefer, number 12 for the Dodgers, make a couple of nice blocks tonight.
Yeah, their front line is putting up some solid blocks.
They definitely have a little bit of the height advantage with LJ Mail and Grace Nichols, but I haven't seen it really translate into a ton of difference between these two squads.
No, Marshalltown has some smaller middles, but they have been just as active.
Loading up, Brummel.
Awesome.
Contact by the Dodgers, so it will be a Bobcat point, 22-14.
Great to get Brummel going, too.
Davis floats it over. Set up. And just too far set up into the nets for Carver to handle. Point for the Bobcats. O'Neal bumps it over. Set up for Bowie. And just on top of the ball there. So a point for the Dodgers. 23-15.
Still working on that out of system. When Lauren takes the first ball, Gianna has the second one, and it's just a different touch than coming from your setter.
LJ Mail back in for the Dodgers as Hope Allstott, the libero, checks out. Serve up for Meyer. Ooh, touched on that back line by Meyer off the kill attempt by Bowie. Brummel leaning back. The setup was not quite there, but Brummel played it well.
Sometimes that's the best you can do. Defense cannot read a miss hit like that.
Freshman Smith is back into the match, and the set points is for Gianna Bounty, who's back to serve. And into the net by LJ Mail, and that will do it for set number 2. It goes to the Bobcats. We're tied at 1 through 2 sets, heading to our intermission here on KFJB-TV.
Craving something sweet and savory? Head to your Marshalltown Dairy Queen, 711 North 3rd Avenue and 2107 South Center Street. Try the blizzard of the month, the Reese's Caramel Craze. It's packed with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, salted caramel truffles, and rich chocolate shavings. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. And don't miss a DQ Classic. 4-piece chicken strip baskets for just $7.49 all month long. All white meat strips, crispy fries, warm Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Get yours now at Marshalltown Dairy Queens.
Pick up your 2025 Marshalltown Bobcat football roster t-shirt at AdletEngraving24.com. That's AdletEngraving24.com. Or stop by Adlet Engraving in Screen Print, 307 Riverside in Marshalltown. Good luck, Bobcats.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom. And she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
I'm Kendall Brummel, and you're watching Bobcat Volleyball on KFJB-TV.
Time for a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank here at the Marshalltown Roundhouse in our intermission. 1 apiece for the Dodgers and the Bobcats here tonight. Winner set top Southeast Polk 2-1 in that triangular as Southeast Polk took down Nevada earlier tonight 2-0. And also Council Bluffs Lincoln taking on Heartland Christian Jefferson here tonight. They win it final 3-0. And also Dubuque Hempstead 3-0 victory over Cedar Rapids, Washington tonight in Iowa Alliance action. Des Moines East, Ottumwa, Roosevelt in North, and Waterloo East in Ames. This is Bobcat Volleyball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom. And she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Well, our match update through 2 sets here tonight in our intermission. 2 totally different sets here tonight. Serving has been much better there in that second set for the Bobcats. What do you think kind of led to that?
Absolutely. I think just calming down, getting familiar, and feeling better about the match.
Plus, the freshman Brooklyn Smith has made some really nice plays in the middle. You see Kinsley Bowie picking up a point right there, but stepping into a role on varsity as a freshman, that's kind of a big deal.
She doesn't look like a freshman out there. She looks like she's very confident, and she's had some great swings. The first set was more about the tips and off speed, and then we've seen the power in set 2.
Underway in set 3 as Bowie poked that one over. O'Neal sets it up, back for Bowie. And that push to the back line just in for the Dodgers. They'll take the lead here in the third.
That's a tough ball to defend.
Ellie Doster, jump serve away. Set up for Wilson. Touched on the front line. Blocked by the Bobcats. O'Neal. Over to Bounty. Back to Wilson. Dig out by O'Neal. Near side to Bowie. And it hit the near side antenna, so it'll be a Dodger point, 2-0 Dodgers.
Great rally. Good D to O for both teams there.
Foster floats that one into the net, and the Bobcats will pick up their first point of the third set. Harper Wilson serves, and to the back line. Schaefer could have maybe let that one go, but she touched it in a Bobcat point.
Harper might need to thank her for touching that one. It was well on its way out.
Wilson's second serve. And Dodgers too strong in the touch on the dig outs into the net. 3-2 now, Bobcats. Stay classy, Dodgers. That's what I always say. Right? I love the shirts that we see here.
Absolutely. I don't have a comment for that.
Bounty with a great dig. Too strong. LJ Mail loaded up, but sailed it all the way over the back line.
Great defense by all three players in the back row, picking up all the off speed and hard hits.
Wilson. Third serve, though, too strong. Dodgers won't bail her out. Wilson will be substituted out by Morgan Hildebrand. By the way, I don't know if you've seen her. She's got a great three-point shot on the basketball floor.
Does she?
Yeah.
She actually was a setter before this year, I believe. So this is a new transition going to defensive specialist. When I coached her in 7th grade, she was our setter.
O'Neal all the way over the near side to Bowie, but it's blocked. And the Dodgers get the points. We've seen LJ Mail's involvement pick up a little bit as the night has gone along, as she got that block right there.
Yep. If they can get their passes to the setter, they're going to continue to get her involved, but their passes have not been there.
And the serve into the net, Bobcat point. 5-4. Bowie will serve. Allstott digs it out, set up to Mail. O'Neal, quick play. Good dig by Bowie. O'Neal sets it up to Avis. Bowie up to O'Neal. Now to Hildebrand.
Whoa.
And she loaded up and picks up the points.
That was great. Unexpected from Morgan in the back row.
She got a big smile on her face now. That might calm the nerves a little bit, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
She's so soft-spoken. I mean, you know.
Yes.
Good effort by Bounty, but not able to get there, and a point for the Dodgers.
Haven't seen a lot of the off speed from LJ, so Gianna was set, ready for a hard hit dig, and then was caught off guard by the tip.
Allstott serves for the Dodgers. O'Neal sets it up. Here comes Brooklyn Smith. And Bounty just off the mark, although I did see better communication on that play. I saw O'Neal and Hildebrand talking.
Yes.
To get it over the near side.
Yep, the setter will always have that second ball unless she calls for help, which is sometimes hard when it's coming into your lap.
And the serve is strong by Allstott. So 7-6 Bobcats. I have a feeling, just like a year ago, we went all 5. Kind of headed that way here tonight between these two teams.
Yeah.
Bobcats kind of ran away with the second set, but other than that, it's been pretty.
Yeah, Fort Dodge has responded well in the third.
And a good serve by Claire Bonser. She's done that a couple times now tonight.
Yes, she is stepping up as that server. That is great.
Is that kind of hard, having that role where you're not out there the whole night, but when you do come in, you've got that serving on your plate.
Yeah, you sit for 5 of the rotations, and then sometimes you're only in for a play or two, so it is hard to keep warm and focused into the game.
Dodgers scrambling, but the Bobcats get the point as Bella Avis got it over the net. And the Dodgers could not return, so 9-6 now, Bobcats. Bonser to serve again. Floating it over, Allstott couldn't even get to it. That'll be an ace for Bonser.
Those are the best aces when nobody can touch it.
There's that last play on KFJB-TV where Avis just got it over and the Dodgers could not have the return, and Bonser back to serve again. Into the nets. And Smith will replace Bonser.
Fort Dodge is running a 6-2 too, so their big right side just came in at number 18, and their setter will now serve.
Frieseth will serve, and Bowie looking at the up top official. I think it was a missed serve. I don't think he had indicated that the Bobcats had made a substitution as Smith came in for Bonser, and I don't think he had given the indication to serve just yet, maybe.
Yep, I think they caught a break on that one.
I think so too. Dodgers had a shocked look on their face. So Frieseth will do it all over again. She looked to get a point right there, but waved off. As our official down low on the floor, I believe she was still kind of conversing with the scorers table.
Yep, just making sure that the scores are all set too. Not counting that as a point.
Downey had that one kind of deflect off of her. Bobcats get it over in 3. Blocked!
All right.
And returned. Good block by Meyer up front for the Dodgers.
I'd love to see in that situation when Lauren is pulled towards the outside hitter for Brummel to go around on a slide or keep herself active in that play. The block was sitting all over Bella.
Frieseth into the net, and a Bobcat point, 11-8. Hildebrand checks out. Wilson is back into our match for the Bobcats. And O'Neill serves. Good block by Brummel. Good dig by O'Neill. Oh, but nobody at home right there in the middle.
Great dig by Lauren, but she needs to pop that up more towards the middle of the court so Gianna can step in and take that.
Schaefer serves strong. Point for the Bobcats.
What's your guess on missed serves for the match?
Oh, gosh. That's at least 10 now, right?
It's a lot.
Bella Avis to serve. And that will fall in, an ace for Avis. Second serve away, misplayed by the Dodgers. Allstott can't get to it. Initially off the hand of Schaefer, 14-9.
We talked with Jen about how we had a lot of great servers last year, but they are showing up this year too.
Yeah. Janaea Foy is going to check in. I believe first time here tonight for the Dodgers, as checking out is Holly Schaefer. Allstott digs it out. Set up far side for Meyer. Good scramble by Bounty. Bowie plays it over in 3. Backside to Wilson. And into the net by Nichols. But it just gets over. Looked like Nichols was not going to be able to get that one for a point. But it did fall in. Meyer to serve. Neal sets it up for Bowie, but just off the side of the hand right there.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little low and off the net. It's a hard ball to control. Great pass by Gianna.
And I believe Dodgers were into the net over the line. And the Bobcat student section letting the Dodgers know they cannot do that. Tessa.
Good to know.
Line drive served by Gianna Bounty. I've noticed out of all, I mean, we've seen a lot of float serves here tonight, but she definitely drives it over with a little more authority.
Yeah, and she has a little bit of spin on hers too. And I anticipate here she's going to go straight back to that middle back again. Nope.
Blocked up front. I believe Smith maybe got a piece of that. Also did hit the net a little bit, so. Well, Butch gave Smith the block. We'll give it to her.
I think it should be both. It should be a double for Harper instead.
17-11. Bobcats with the lead in the third on KFJB-TV. Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse after 2 sets. It's 1-1 as we're in our third set right now. Bobcats leading 17-11 as we look at our Tyler Pashong State Farm instant replay. Good block up front right there.
I don't know who you give that one to, but great timing. They were both up at the same time. Solid double block.
What's the key in kind of that combo block to be able to execute that?
Yeah, most of the time the right side is going to do the communication, and so they're going to say ready up, and then they go up together. Just making sure that the timing is together and not offset.
Do you think Dylan and I could do a combo block?
I would love to see it. You should try a swing block.
All right, swing block as the Dodgers get a point. What's a swing block?
You'll see it a lot in college when they're not just stationary up and down. They're actually going to swing over to the pin.
Okay.
That was a horrible explanation. You're going to have to look it up.
So you're like waving your hands over to make sure you cover a whole area?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
You're taking up.
O'Neal sets it up in the middle for Smith. Bowie hangs on the net. Avis back to save it. Bowie on the third is over. And it falls in for the Dodgers. Ellie Doster back to serve. O'Neal. Bounty calls for it. Back to Avis. O'Neal sets it up for Smith. Hangs on the net. Saves it. Oh. Just too far up front near the net.
Yep, that was a hard ball for the outside. You need to give her a little bit more space so that she can go attack it. Bobcats need to clean it up here, get a good first pass and first attack.
Oster to serve. O'Neal plays it on the third.
Setter's out. Gianna takes that second ball.
And off the shoulder, Foy couldn't quite get in position. Bobcat point.
Lauren, as the setter's coming front row, I expect her to be aggressive during some of these plays as well. Haven't seen her dump it in a while.
O'Neal near side to Bowie, and Bowie heats one up right on Doster for the point, 19-14.
Great line shot. We haven't seen her go line yet tonight, and that was a great example of it.
Backside set up, takes Mail off her path. Now to Smith, pokes it over. Mail got a piece of it. Now the third is over, kept alive. And O'Neal will play it. And that one to the back line to Avis. Good attempt on the dig, but that was a heater back towards her.
It was. Number 11 had a good disguise and a back set. Didn't see that one come in.
It'll be Sydney Carver, the sophomore, to serve. Last year, not a ton of action, just 7 aces and 14 kills. Bowie, touch too strong out on the back line. Well, the Dodgers just keep creeping their way back into this one.
They do. It's a little too close.
O'Neal scrambles for it. And that one, I believe 2 contacts, and it is on Hildebrand.
Really need to clean up that first pass, get it up to the setter so that they have their options to run.
Carver serve away. O'Neal calls for, Avis calls for it. O'Neal will now play it over. Too strong. Point for the Bobcats, 20-17.
Good defense by Morgan. She was right on her line, so she knew that it was at her head. It had to be out. She had good defensive positioning there.
You know, when you talk about positioning, I always see, like, when there's a good rally back and forth, there's always good positioning. But, like, on that last set, right, or after that last serve, I saw the Dodgers, after the Bobcats had to go way back and try to field it. It almost seemed like the Dodgers were, trying to scramble to figure out where they were going to be.
Absolutely.
O'Neal does get it over. And a block, but it falls out. Touched by the Bobcats for the Dodger point, but you feel like that maybe sometime, like in your playing days, where it's actually harder to get lined up when they were scrambling all around and you're trying to figure out things?
Definitely, especially with a short free ball like that. You don't usually want your hitters to take those free balls, and that's the position that Bobcats put them in because of the free ball and the scramble.
Davis poked that one over. Oh, and it finds the campfire.
They were all just sitting there making their s'mores.
Well, it's a beautiful night to do s'mores. 63 outside, but warming up in the roundhouse. It's getting tight in the third set. 20-19. Bobcats have the 1-point advantage when we come back on KFJB-TV. Welcome back inside the Roundhouse. Brianna Lewis, Tessa Mann alongside in the third set. 20-19. Dodgers just keep creeping back into this one. And what's kind of been their way? Just executing on Bobcat miscues, it seems like right now.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Marshalltown just kind of let them back in. Their serve receive and giving them a lot of free balls. I think Marshalltown's kind of doing this to themselves. If they play their game, they'll be able to take care of this set.
Looking for a big 2-1 advantage late here tonight in the Iowa Alliance Conference battle. Hildebrand fields that serve and into the net, and we're tied at 20.
Lauren's got just 2 hitters right now, so maybe look to go back row if she has an out-of-system ball.
And she does, over to Bowie. Smith! Seen her rise up here tonight and earn a big point for the Bobcats.
Great run. It all started with a pass from Gianna that allowed them to run a quick in the middle.
And Claire Bonzer, a specialty server. Is there a name for that? Or just your server?
Specialty server.
Okay. Thanks for letting me.
You can make one up.
Yeah. And the campfire again.
Yep, got burnt.
21 apiece.
Serving specialist, actually, I think is
Serving
what they call
specialist?
it.
Okay.
So just
All
flip those words.
Tomato, tomato. Reezith on to serve. Dug out by Bowie, but over to the student section it goes.
Serve receive can really be a mental game. They just got to lock in and say that they can make this next pass.
22-21 here in the third set.
Good pass by Morgan.
And Hildebrand, misplay, taking it with the left. 23-21.
That'll be a cue that she'll learn, but she'll let Kinsley take that going forward.
Probably just had a little bit of a better angle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Too strong on the serve. And the service errors really racking up here tonight. And it gets it back within 1 for the Bobcats. Lauren O'Neill to serve for the Bobcats. Tipped over, saved though by Bounty. Now to Avis, pokes it over, finds the point. And we're tied at 23.
Good transition there by Bella. She hits, and then she has to get ready to hit right away again.
O'Neill served a line drive into the net. 24-23 Dodgers. Set point. Good dig by Bowie. O'Neill plays it on the third over. Downey delivers it to Bowie. Dodgers third. Catch a break there. Oh, wow. How did that happen? Tessa, wow.
Oh. Way to stay engaged at that point.
Yeah.
There were several different times where I
Never
thought the
give
point
up.
might be over.
Yeah.
Great job. As a hitter, it's hard when you get blocked to have to play that ball again.
Plus you're, riding the line right there with the net. And
Yep.
Wow. So 24 all.
Yeah, Brummel did a great job there.
Davis serve away. And the southpaw Nichols loads up right there. We haven't seen her do that a whole lot with her height, but right there she made him pay.
Yeah, Brummel was a little bit late on that block, gave her a big seam, and she crushed it.
Set point for the Dodgers now. Who is there? Out of Wilson. Wilson ties it back at 25.
Wilson has just been sneaky consistent all game. She's had a great match.
It's been fun to watch her tonight.
It has been. She didn't have much of a role last year as a junior, so it's great to see her shine here this year as a senior.
LJ Mail just pokes it over. Bowie can't return it. That was a really tough play. She was kind of falling down a little bit in that motion.
Yep. Got a new setter coming in. Right side's going out.
Ellie Doster will serve for the Dodgers and the set point. And the serve will be strong.
There's been a lot of set points that they've missed their serves.
Well, we went the distance and more in the first set, and we are here in the third as well. Wilson, good serve. Dodgers can't get to it, and now the Bobcats will have the set point. Well, the Bobcats started strong here in the third and let the Dodgers back in, but be key if they can sneak this one out. Oh, Wilson with a great play right there. O'Neal sets it up. Bowie pokes it over. It was blocked.
Good cover.
Here's Wilson. Yes! Bobcats win it in the third set. 28-26 to take the 2-1 advantage. That is huge right there. How about, we were just giving Wilson all the compliments, and she finally finishes it off here in the third.
Absolutely. She finishes it with her serve and then a dig, and then she finale with a kill.
Yeah, that was a great dig, by the way, and great finish to the third set. It's a 2-1 Bobcat lead as we head to the fourth on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Brown Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear. Choose from New Balance, On, Keen, Echo, and much more. Brown Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and European footwear, carrying multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff is available to give you a personalized experience and can find the right shoes for what you need. Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit visionsource-marshalltowneyecare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Legends American Grill is the perfect place to watch your favorite team. Enjoy wings, nachos, steaks, and prime rib available on Friday and Saturday nights. It's game on for great food and your favorite drink to wash it down. You like burgers? Legends has fantastic, unique burger creations like this. The Legends Burger. Absolutely delicious. Gather with friends, enjoy your favorite team's games with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and make some memories. Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and our new Newton location, where the game is always on.
I'm Kinsley Bowie, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Well, Kinsley Bowie bringing us back here into our fourth set as Bowie, the senior, as well as Harper Wilson, the other senior on this squad, has really played. Gianna Bounty is also the other senior, the three seniors on the squad. I thought have really did a nice job to kind of help lead and get all the younger players into the mix here tonight.
They've done great. They've been very consistent. They've been communicating. They're really showing up as seniors. And it looks like they're all having a lot of fun out there, too, which is great to see.
We talked to Jen O'Neill last Thursday on Bobcat Live, and she just mentioned that, they had a scrimmage. Was it the week before, a couple Thursdays ago. But anyway, she just thought she wasn't really sure what to expect. A new team, a lot of new players into the mix, but she left feeling, and her coaching staff as well, just that, they left surprised by how well their team performed. And here tonight, you got to like how they've started the season, a whole new squad out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of highlights, a lot of things to keep building on in this season. I didn't know what to expect either. These are all new girls.
Gianna Bounty will serve to get the fourth started. Davis dives with the dig. Now set up for Bowie. Bowie's there. O'Neill will set it up backside for Wilson. That will fall in past the diving libero Hope Allstott. It's a 1-0 lead for the Bobcats in the fourth.
Great back set by Lauren. Disguised that to the last minute, and Harper had a hole in the block.
Second serve by Bounty. And that will eat up the back line as Holly Schaefer not able to play it. Bounty's third serve in a row now. Jay Mail. Bobcats get it over with Avis. Tipped, and it will fall in as Grace Nichols will get the point for the Dodgers, 2-1. Mail, though, she had a touch there, and she just hasn't looked quite right here tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's a good touch because they took away where the defense needed. We just need to pick that up.
O'Neill sets it up for Wilson. Blocked, and that will fall out.
Yep, they really need to press over that net. They're straight up right now and getting used.
Doster to serve. Tied at 2 here in the fourth. Bounty digs it out up to O'Neill. Set up for Smith. Back to Smith again. Now taps it near side, and it might have been, is it 2 contact? Oh, just going to rule it out on the near side.
Yeah, it's a little tight to the net, so Lauren used one hand to set it up, and then just the tip that went out of bounds. Good
Ooh.
Sharp angle cross court.
Wilson can't quite get it over. 4-2 Dodgers.
Gianna used to be a setter too in the last couple of years, so you could see her using her hands there on that second ball.
Oh, tough play. The setup just got a little bit behind Smith.
Yep, Lauren didn't quite square up to the net, so she had that ball set a little bit higher than what it needed to be.
Now off the fingertips, just a little bit of a missed touch by the Dodgers in that front line by Frieseth, and so a Bobcat point. 5-3. Now Harper Wilson.
I'd say this is one of their best rotations with Harper serving, Lauren in the front row, Kinsley in the front row.
O'Neill sets it up for Smith. Tip back, and it's out on the near side, and that will be a Bobcat point, 5-4. Wilson with a laser serve right there. Tony calls for it. And too strong by Kinsley Bowie. Still a point for the Dodgers.
Would have loved to see Lauren do a slide there with her middle.
Carver to serve for the Dodgers. Hildebrand. And mistouched by Alstott as she taps her shoulder, saying that's on me. And the Bobcats back within one as Kinsley Bowie will serve. So you mentioned that slide set up by O'Neill. You would have liked to see that. So what's that kind of entail?
Yep, it's when the middle is going to go around and hit right side.
Gotcha.
And usually they run that when the setter's in the front row because you don't have a right side hitter. I think it's something they've been working a lot in practice, but we haven't seen it in the match yet.
Set up for Hildebrand from O'Neill. Out of LJ Mayo, pokes it through. Good dive. Dig right there by Bowdy. Return block right there by Smith for the Bobcat point. We're tied at 6.
Great block. She did that earlier in set 2 where she followed that ball over and blocked it.
Bowie to serve.
Gianna, good defense, covering a lot of ground back there.
All over the place.
She is. She's very quick.
It helps she plays center field in softball, right? Hildebrand up to O'Neill, sets it up backside. Smith. Oh.
There it was. They ran it.
You called it at least.
I'm glad that they ran it. That's something that they're going to have a lot of success in.
How much do you add between game 1 and your first match compared to maybe your second or third of the back end of the season?
Yeah, a lot. You'll understand what your hitters are most comfortable running. You'll do a lot of different tempo sets, maybe some crossing. Right now for the first match, they're keeping it pretty simple. Just outside, right side, middle. Not a lot of switching or cross patterns right now.
Bowie hits the floor. It's over to the near side, blocked, and it will be a Bobcat point. Bella Avis will help pick that up for the Cats. Bonser's back into our match. She's the specialty server. Is that what, or server specialist?
Serving specialist.
Serving specialist. All right. I've got you
I'm
all
sure
mixed
I'm going to get
now.
a text that's like, no, that's not right.
Hildebrand. Third. Will sneak over. Alstott was there. Hildebrand. Now to the front line, pushed over. Good dig by Bonser. Davis found it. And that is just in. Tough play for the Bobcats. They had been scrambling kind of all over the place before that.
They've been out of system most of that play. Nice deep cross corner shot. Those are hard to defend.
So 9-7 Dodgers. Ellie Doster will go back to serve. Excuse me, that'll be Addison Frieseth. Not the first time I've done that tonight. For some reason, the wrinkle on the jersey on the back side, 13 and 11, but at the end, it's a Bobcat point, 9-8.
And the long ponytails. Those are hard.
That is true, yeah. You don't have that in football usually.
No, that's pretty clear.
And into the net it goes. A Bobcat point. We're tied at 9 now. Much like the Dodgers in that third set, they were trying to play catch-up. The Bobcats have been playing catch-up here in the fourth.
Yep, slow start to the fourth for the Bobcats.
Downey sets it up for Wilson. Targets the near side corner, but not able to get it in play. And it's a Dodger point, 10-9. Schaefer serves. Wilson plays it back towards the middle. Brummel gets it over. O'Neal dove but couldn't get the dig. And it's a Dodger point, 11-9. Schaefer's second serve. O'Neal back to Bella Avis. It was touched. Third by Alstad is over. Brummel. And Gianna Bounty, that one was sneaking up on her in a quick, fast hurry.
Yep, she was moving backwards a little bit. Didn't have time to get that momentum in to get the pass up higher. You're going to see in this rotation, Bella's going to hit the right side first. Harper's on the outside. I anticipate them going to Bella on the right side with a good pass.
And that a tough play for the Bobcats. So 13-9 our score here in the fourth. Bobcats have a 2-1 lead in our match here on KFJB-TV. Welcome back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Tessa Mann alongside me tonight. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks to our producer, David Braga. Fighting the yawns here tonight. I do have to get, out. He did work the morning show this morning, but he did tell me he got a little nap in, so that's always good. We've got Deegan Grant on our camera one. Here tonight, back inside the Roundhouse, Jen O'Neal did not quite look pleased when she called that timeout for the Bobcats. What are you looking at? Maybe some changes in there.
Yeah, she's just going to emphasize serve receive. You got to get that first pass so that they can do something with that ball, which that was a great response. They had a good first pass there. Now hopefully a free ball that they can use.
Bella Avis loading up right there. Oh, good dig by Bounty.
Great cover.
Avis finds the campfire.
That was a deep campfire.
Light it up. Let's go. I've been wanting to cook. I'm true into the fire, so I love that you brought up campfire because I've got my cast iron skillets. We're doing that this weekend, with football and everything. We got to get some volleyball on this weekend, though.
Yes, you do.
I got to find that slide combo block that you swing. Don't let me invent all the terms. 14.
I'll just play you up. I'll let you think what you want.
That's why we have you here tonight. 14-10, Dodgers serve. Meyer.
Great pass by Gianna. Still like to see Lauren shoot that out a little bit further so that Kinsley can have some different options.
Nichols just had to kind of punch that one with her left paw as Grace Nichols not able to field that one. So 14-11. Bounty to serve. Wilson, third is over, and that sneaks off the hand of Schaefer. Point Bobcats.
Nice line shot there.
It seems like Schaefer, when she's been on that far line over there, she's struggled with a couple of those returns.
Yeah, they've kind of picked on her, too. They've served to her a lot. They've made her play a lot of defense. And usually you'll notice that during a match, you're going to pick on a couple serve receivers and make them prove that they can pass the ball.
We trying to go down the line on the near side, but couldn't quite put that one in play. So 15-12.
Lancaster has a tough float serve, so hopefully they can get a good pass here.
And a little miscommunication there. Avis and Bowie trying to take it. Whose ball is that? Whoever calls it first?
Good question. Most of the time, I think Bella's going to step in and grab that seam. It kind of depends sometimes where the server stands. And so I would always coach the seams compared to where the server serves from.
And the Bobcats can't return it. Point for the Dodgers. 17-12.
In this serve receive lineup, Bella is back row and Kinsley is front row, so I would prefer Bella take it so that Kinsley can transition out and get ready to hit.
Davis diving to try to field that one. Couldn't. 18-12. Oh, quick play right there by Lauren O'Neill. A much-needed point.
Smart play. She's currently back row, so she can't jump, but she stayed on her feet and set that right over into the campfire.
Wilson, strong serve, eats up Schaefer, but Dodgers keep it alive. Third is over. And O'Neill setting it up for Bowie. Tipped and powers through that block for the points.
Great offensive transition.
Wilson serve. Oh, a tie up at the net, and it's a Bobcat point. Great job up front, going toe-to-toe with LJ Mayo.
Yes. Harper on another serving run.
You love to see that because she's been strong.
Yep. Oh.
And a little too strong that time. That's that broadcaster's jinx again.
I'll watch what we say.
19-15.
Need a first ball side out here.
Eats up Bounty, and Bobcats can't recover. 20-15. We're keeping you up late tonight, Tessa. I have a feeling we might be going to a fifth.
Oh, does that pay overtime?
I like where you're at. We can see if we can restructure your contract. Timeout Bobcats, 21-15. Dodgers pulling away here in the fourth on KFJB-TV. Back inside the roundhouse. Bobcat, one of the assistant coaches fanning the players here. It is warm in the roundhouse.
It is warm, and they don't have a lot of subs, and so most of these girls are on the court the whole game, whole match. So there is probably some fatigue setting in.
Especially first match of the season.
Yep.
You know?
And first week of school, a lot of changes for these girls.
Whole other side that sometimes you don't remember about, right? You know, I mean, school, practice, lifting, all that stuff. And a serve into the net by the Dodgers again here tonight off the hand of Carver. 21-16 as Bowie will head back to serve for the Bobcats. Skims the net. Mail blocked by Smith. Bobcats keep it alive. Hildebrand wasn't ready. Bobcats do get it over in 3. Good block up front by Avis. Now Hildebrand up to O'Neill. Set up. Avis. Tipped. Kept alive by Bowie. Back to Avis. And there she'll find it. She'd been trying a couple times, but gets the point right there. 21-17.
Great hit. The set was a little bit inside. She came in and cut it line. It's a hard ball to defend if she can get that past the blocker.
Bowie. Mail pokes it over. O'Neill with that quick move again, and I think that's at least the 3rd or 4th time she's done that, and it's paid off.
Absolutely. Smart move there. Now every time that she goes to set, those blockers are going to think if she's going to dump or not.
Playing those mind games.
Yeah, absolutely.
21-18. Bobcats working their way back into this one after the timeout by head coach Jen O'Neill. O'Neill saves it. 3rd is over. Ooh. Hits off of Smith and Bounty. Tough play, but Fort Dodge tried to take a page out of the Bobcat playbook right there with that quick little deke on the setup.
Yep, they gave it right back.
Allstott serves. And there's Smith with the point in the middle. Boy, she's got some pretty good vertical.
She does. Yeah, she's a good presence up at that net.
22-19. Bobcats looking for the straight victory here tonight in 4. Bonser has been good in her role as a sophomore server, but this serve is off the mark into the net. 23-19. Dodgers will head back to serve. Brooklyn Smith back in that rotation for a moment as Gianna Bounty will replace her after replacing Claire Bonser.
It's a mouthful.
Here's Frieseth. Sneaks it over the net. And falls in as O'Neill was trying to return it. 24-19. The 4th set on the line right here. Skims the net right there. Bowie plays it. O'Neill sets it up for Avis. Blocked. O'Neill. And misplayed by Nichols. Not over yet. And Harper Wilson's back into our match. O'Neill's serve is away. To the back line. Eats up Schaefer again. And a point for the Bobcats. Don't count them out yet. 24-21.
Yeah, and anticipate Lauren going right back to Schaefer on this one as well.
Targeting the freshman Holly Schaefer a lot tonight are the Bobcats. Bounty up to O'Neill. And too strong. And the 4th set will go to the Dodgers, 25-21. We'll go the distance tonight. The 5th is right around the corner when we come back on your home for Bobcat Athletics, KFJB-TV.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social. And that's just on the inside. Step outside and enjoy patio life at Gutter Point with drinks, shuffleboard, live music, and fun atmosphere. Follow Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to plan your next visit to the place for fun.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Welcome back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Fifth and final set coming up right around the corner as we're tied at 2 apiece between the Dodgers and the Bobcats. Time for a Central State Bank scoreboard update tonight in Iowa Alliance Conference action. The Ames Little Cyclones take care of the Waterloo East Trojans in Waterloo tonight, 3-0. 25-15, 25-15, 25-15 in all 3 sets. And so Ames, always one of the big teams in the Iowa Alliance Conference. It's always going to challenge on the volleyball floor.
Yep. I remember last year they had a couple good hitters. They're a little raw, but I expect them to even be better this year.
Winner set down Southeast Polk 2-1 tonight. Also Dubuque Hempstead 3-0 a final there. Bettendorf knocks off Davenport North 3-0. Pleasant Valley, top 10 team, 3-0. 3-0 they beat Davenport Central tonight. And some of our scores around the area. As the opening night of action, also Iowa City West defeated Dubuque Senior in a ranked matchup there at number 8 Iowa City West, 3-0 the final. Ankeny Hawks playing in a triangular. They win against Dike New Hartford 2-1.
That's a new story for Dike New Hartford. They have been very good for many years.
Playing up there in that matchup, though, so that's definitely a tough contest.
Yeah, I think they've been the state champs for several years counting.
Our next volleyball broadcast is coming up next Tuesday. We'll be right back here inside the Roundhouse. The Hoover Huskies will be in town. You'll be along again.
Yes, I will.
You'll be along for our Ames matchup over the Highway 30 rivalry. Mm-hmm. One of your favorite opponents when you were coaching?
Yeah, it was fun because it was a good rivalry and it was a short trip.
Yeah.
And I think a couple of the years we beat them, so that was fun.
It's always good when you beat Ames.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Ames, they're in town Friday night.
Yes, for football.
For football, 7 o'clock is kickoff. We'll get going with the pregame show at 6. Looking forward to football back in the air.
Absolutely. It's football weather.
Yeah. Lately, it's kind of our false fall. I'm wondering when we're going to get some 90s again.
Very true.
All right, the Dodgers a little celebration before we begin our 5th set. So we'll go to 15. Quite the way to open up the season, though.
It is.
Good back and forth matchup, and this will mean a lot in the conference standings, too.
Yep. This has kind of been the story with Fort Dodge, close matches.
Well, the float serve is over, and now Bowie set up on the outside. Schaefer calls for it. Davis got it up, and they set it up for Smith, but a return and a good block, and it's 1-0 Dodgers.
It's important in a game to 15 to get out quick. You don't want to get down too many at the beginning. And their rotation starting with their best setters, or their best server.
Doster floats it over, and Mail jumps up. A quick play. Bowie tosses the ball away. She wants a different ball. Maybe a little bit of bad vibes from that ball. And Doster will serve. Davis up to O'Neill, now to Bowie. And a good dig out right there. And into the net. Was it the Dodgers?
Yep, it looked like the setter when she released to go get that tight ball. She must have gone under.
Okay.
Yep, number 11 gone under the net. I was going to comment, it was a nice save.
So 2-1 now. Bobcats get a point right there. Wilson serves. And Schaefer and the libero and Allstott collide. A block, but it falls in for the Dodgers. Point, 3-1. Morgan Hildebrand is back into the match, replacing Harper Wilson. And Sydney Carver, the sophomore, will serve for the Dodgers. Bounty up to O'Neal. Set up for Hildebrand. Too strong. 4-1 Dodgers. As far as these two teams go, though, I mean, both teams have played a lot of starters out there for not a lot of reserves.
Yeah. Yep, their rotations are pretty thin.
All's in for the Dodger point. 5-1 in our fifth. Well, the way that second set looked, it looked like the Bobcats were going to hopefully cruise for the rest of it, but the fifth set not out to a great start. It's now 6-1 Dodgers. And Villarreal will check in. Ella Villarreal, for the first time tonight, we'll see her into the match. O'Neal scrambles, just played over the nets. Now Bowie, too strong. And a timeout coming for head coach Jen O'Neal. And it's 7-1 Dodgers in the fifth on KFJB-TV. Opening night of the 2025 season for Marshalltown Bobcat Volleyball, trailing 7-1 in the fifth set. Head coach Jen O'Neal talking with her team, but this is one where you really hate to let this one slip away to begin the year.
Yeah, and Marshalltown's done everything on themselves. Their serve receive has been sloppy to start this fifth. So if they can clean it up and do things on their end, they've got a chance. Fort Dodge isn't doing anything to beat them right now.
Elena Meyer will go back to serve for the Dodgers. Bowie scrambling for that one. And misplayed by Mail into the nets. And a Bobcat point, 7-2. Kinsley Bowie will serve now for the Cats. Serve is over, misplayed. Schaefer does save it. Mayo gets it over in the third. O'Neal, quick carryover. Up to the front line. O'Neal sets up. Villarreal has it blocked. Bounty saves it. Hildebrand on the third is over. Mayo loads up and falls in for the points. Wow. Really powering that one through there.
Yeah, they did. It's a good touch on it. Hard to pick that ball up, though.
Alstad is back to serve for the Dodgers.
Looks like Bella's coming back in on the outside.
Bowie up to O'Neal. Back to Bowie. Push to the back line off the fingertips of Alstad.
Smart move by Kinsley. The set was in front of the 10-foot line, so she stayed down and did a hard push to the corner.
Claire Bonser will check back into our match. Smith checks out, and she'll serve. And that serve will eat up Carver, and the point for the Bobcats, 8-4.
Good redemption from the last time she came in.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know she was upset with that serve.
Yeah. Well, like you mentioned, not consistent playing time and coming in and asking.
Yeah, especially with some rallies. You could be out for a long time.
Back to Bonser, digs it out, up to O'Neal. Set up to Avis. Back to Avis again. Hildebrand is there. O'Neal pushes it over. Hildebrand again saves it. Avis is blocked but falls in for a Bobcat point. 8-5.
Great response by Bella. She came out for a couple rotations, but then had two really smart attacks.
Bonds her third serve in a row now. Oh, and the Dodgers can't play it. And just like that, it's back within two. Bonzer's fourth serve. Targets the near side back line. Oh, good save by Hildebrand on the dig out.
Good dig by Kinsley.
Too strong for the Dodgers. 8-7. Cats back within one. And you mentioned it, Kinsley Bowie. If she didn't make that save, it would have fallen in for a Dodger point.
Absolutely. Great awareness. All you got to do is get a hand on it, and then somebody else can save you after that.
Bonds her fifth serve in a row. Hildebrand up to O'Neal. Set up for two players. Bowie and Avis collide in a Dodger point. And a timeout again by head coach Jen O'Neal.
Yeah, some frustration there. It was a set that was near the 10-foot line. It could have gone back row or front row. It just needs to be communication.
9-7 our score in the fifth set here tonight between the Dodgers and the Bobcats. Bobcats won this one a year ago. It's kind of crazy when you look at, 196 aces a year ago for the Bobcats. Only 31 of those aces coming back to this year's team. You lose about 84% of your production from a year ago. But to challenge here tonight and fight through in this first one, kind of spring you forward, especially with that new mix.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's fun to see new girls stepping up. Harper's had a lot of aces. She wouldn't have had any last year. Lauren's been consistent in serving. Bella's a great server. You just got a lot of great servers again.
Claire Bonzer just had a really nice run. So the Dodgers with a 9-7 lead in our fifth as we go to 15. And the service away by the Dodgers. Avis eats up Allstott for the points.
Great response by Bella. It was a frustrating last play. I think she had a couple words from the coach, but she came back and she responded. That's what you love to see.
Yeah. Lauren O'Neal to serve for the Bobcats. Downey over to O'Neal. Wilson. O'Neal will smack that one over on the third.
Again.
Oh, almost a dunk attempt. Dodgers keep it alive for the rally.
Yes, they're being scrappy over there on defense.
Oh, and Bella Avis with a mistouch.
Yep, you'd love to see as she transitions, she needs to get further out and off the court so she has a better angle at that. Probably coming with some fatigue as she's played almost every point this match.
Schaefer serves. And almost a point right there. Wilson to O'Neal, now to Avis, and just outs.
I think she caught the line.
Oh, did she? Okay. They are going to award that. So good job by the Bobcats. 10-9, trailing by one. Avis serve. Bowie finds the open spot on the floor near the back line for the point, and we're tied at 10. It was just 7-2.
Awesome. Great location by Bowie. You don't have to do it as hard hit every time. It's more about placement, and that's exactly what she did there.
And a timeout in response by Beth Wilder. Bobcats rallying here in the 5th on KFJB-TV. .10 in the 5th here on KFJB-TV as we take a look at our Tyler Prashong State Farm replay on that last point. That's what you call rotating around the floor. I mean,
yeah,
everybody's moving.
Yep, that was great movement by everybody.
In the middle, push to Bounty. And Bowie gives the Bobcats their first lead in the 5th, 11-10.
The same spot as the previous kill. She got around that block and came back towards the line. It is open.
Avis serves. Back to Allston. Set up too far into the net. It was blocked. Wilson pokes it over, but they were going to award the point to the Bobcats.
Yep,
were the Dodgers on the outside there over?
Yeah, it looked like they were under the net.
Okay.
I'm not sure what number they called.
So Bella Avis serves again. Bobcats leading 12-10 now. Tipped up there in that front line. Bowie keeps it alive. O'Neill and Bounty both hit it. Set up for Bowie and just out.
Great aggressive swing. Tried to paint that line. Just missed it out.
Who wants to win it more, Tessa? Myers serves. Oh, Brummel.
That's a tough angle to get that over. I like how composed Kinsley's playing. She's still being very aggressive even when it's tight at the end. Need to keep seeing that out of her at the end.
Yeah. Here. Oh, good call by Gianna Bounty. Yeah. I thought she was going to go after the laser, but she did not. 13-12 Bobcats. And you mentioned it about Kinsley Bowie. I know in the past she does have a habit of wearing her emotions on her sleeve, but as a senior, yeah, she's really stepped up and stay cool, calm, and collected tonight.
Yes.
Too strong by Nichols. And the set point is coming up for the Bobcats. They were down 7-2 here in the 5th. And the student section is all fired up, and that'll be a timeout for Beth Wilder. Wow, what a comeback here in the 5th set. It kind of felt like down 7-2. Bobcats were down and out, but have really reversed it here.
Yeah, they're a whole different team after the second half of this set.
Well, I've seen Jen call a few timeouts, and she's been, we'll say animated to say the least.
Yes.
Very passionate down there with her squad. But,
and it's great that her players can respond to that type of coaching, because not everybody can.
Yep. As a coach, you kind of got to feel it out, right? Because every team's probably different every year.
Yeah, and especially with females. I mean, you wear a lot of emotions.
All right, Gianna Bounty can put this one in the books in the win column with the serve. And she will! 15-12, 5th. And the Bobcats win it here tonight, 3-2.
Great response, a great celebration from the students as well.
Well, a great night for volleyball inside the Roundhouse. A great crowd, as you alluded to, Tessa. Not bad for your first broadcast with us.
So I'm not fired?
No, you're not. Definitely not. As the Bobcats celebrate the victory over the Dodgers here tonight and improve to 1-0 overall and 1-0 in the conference. And I didn't give her the broadcaster's jinx. I mentioned she could finish it off, and she did with the serve. And it seemed like through the night, that back line did struggle at times fielding those Bobcat serves.
Yeah, absolutely. On both sides. Our serve receive struggled, and then our serving was aggressive, and they struggled as well. So that's definitely something I'm sure Jen will be working on in practice this week to prepare for next match.
One thing that I really like, too, here tonight is the seniors did a great job of leading, but somebody like Brooklyn Smith, they're in the middle, really did a nice job at some points to get some really good points and things that maybe you don't always expect from a freshman.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of her contributions will show up on the stat sheet, but the touches that she had at the blocks, she was very impressive tonight for her first varsity match.
That'll do it here tonight inside the Roundhouse. 3-2 our final score. Our next broadcast is coming up on Tuesday for volleyball, as the Bobcats will welcome in the Hoover Huskies. We'll get going right around 7:15 with our match time on that one. But before then, Bobcat Live this coming Thursday at Wayward Social at 6 to 7. Dylan Doze will be your host. We look forward to talking boys golf, girls swimming, football, volleyball, and I'm sure Dylan will think of some other things to fill the time as well on Thursday night. And our first football game of the season is coming up on Friday night as the Bobcats host the Ames Little Cyclones. Pregame coverage starts at 6. Kickoff is at 7. Transportation for today's game, all brought to you by Carl Auto Group of Marshalltown. Carl is your dealer for life. Thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew, Deegan Grant on camera, David Braga, our producer, Tessa Mann alongside me here tonight. Good job tonight, by the way.
Thank you. This was fun.
I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks so much for joining us for our volleyball coverage. Bobcats win it 3-2 against the Dodgers of Fort Dodge and move to 1-0 on the season. This is your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV.